Welcome back to the channel. In this video I want to talk to you guys about free-to-play games and how, alongside mobile games, they are taking over the industry. More companies are focusing on them because it's easy money. And before you jump into the comments and say, yeah, but the game's free-to-play, where's the harm? It doesn't matter if a game is paid or free-to-play, because these developers, the companies, have analytics they look at, and whether it's a sale or a download, it still feeds into their analytics, feeds their algorithm, and they carry on with what seems to be the most successful. And that's just a general focus for any business in the world. If you find something that works well, you're going to continue down that path. So companies like Ubisoft releasing XDefiant, they're going to release the game, it's going to be free to play, players are going to download it, and then some people will have the mindset of, oh look, I see this really cool skin in the store. I've paid nothing for this game, so I'm going to support these developers by spending £10 on this skin. And then what will happen with that is people will go, oh, I really don't want to play this game anymore, but I've got this £10 skin, so I think I might get a few more matches with it, or something like that. And then it basically snowballs into people saying, oh yeah, but I never paid for the game, so I'm fine to support the devs. And they end up spending way over what the game would have cost if it had a AAA price tag on it. So say everyone that played The Division 2 spent £60 on the game, they played it, they ditched it, whatever. And then say everyone that downloaded XDefiant for free went and spent £100 in the microtransaction store. Because it's free to play, it's going to generate more users, more downloads, because there's no harm in trying it, and that is going to lead to more revenue for the company. Because say The Division 2 has 10 million sales at £60 a copy, and XDefiant reaches 20 million players because it's free to play, but everyone spends £100 on the game. That's £40 more for every single player, and double the downloads because the game was free. If you take a look at something like Warzone, I think that alone has had 75 million downloads, whereas the entire Call of Duty franchise has sold 400 million copies. So 400 million copies for an entire franchise compared to 75 million downloads for a single free-to-play portion of a game. But then what happens when you load up Warzone? You see all these bundles, the store that's had probably over 300 different skins and stuff for sale. You see the prices of their skins. They range from £16 to £24 each, some of them. They recently, well not too long ago, released Rambo and John McClane from Die Hard, £24 per skin. You want to buy both of those because you're a film fanatic and you're playing some Warzone, that's 50 quid out your pocket for 2 skins. You load up Valorant, you go to the store, you spend £100 on a gun skin, then you realise that's not its full potential unlocked, you have to spend another £200. That's £300 for one fucking weapon skin or a bundle of them or whatever. That's 5 AAA games you could have bought with that money. And the worst thing is, people defend this stuff. Yeah, the game's free to play, they got to make their money somehow, I'll support them, I'll do the odd purchase here and there. I did the calculations for the skins in Marvel's Avengers. That's over £2,000 worth. You buy a train simulator that every single year just gets the year changed on the cover art. They have over £10,000 worth of DLC. You'll see games like Path of Exile having single supporter packs in the store that are costing £350 a piece. You won't get many sales on that sort of stuff because of the price of it, but you will get some. And for every £300 microtransaction, they've just made 5 times the AAA cost. And if you look at games like Apex Legends, that is $1 billion game now. They've made $1 billion from a free-to-play game because of the microtransactions. If you look at GTA 5, in its first day of launch, it made $800 million, pushing that to $1 billion 2 days later, so 3 days after release. That was a AAA game that made $1 billion in 3 days, and then what did they do? Add free DLC to it, just release things that cost loads of money to entice the purchase of microtransactions to keep that money flowing. They've probably made billions. If you look at PUBG on mobile, free to download and free to play, they're making like $7 million per day just from having the game available because people are purchasing into this stuff. So whether you have paid £60 for a game or it's free to play, microtransactions are in there for the company to make money. But if the game is bad and people are purchasing into it because I haven't had to pay a single penny for this game, then that's just going to hurt the gamers, because companies are going to see that as a good business model, like Ubisoft have. They've gone, oh, we're not going to focus too much on premium games anymore, we're going to start shipping out free-to-play games. So XDefiant comes out, people are going, oh yeah, it's completely free-to-play, I don't mind supporting the devs with a £10 purchase or something like that. Ubisoft aren't just making their budget back, they're making millions and millions of profit. So what if XDefiant's broken? What if it's unbalanced? What if it comes across as pay to win? All that stuff comes into the game, but because it's free to play, it encourages more people to defend it. And then the analytics come through. They see how many people have downloaded the game. They see how many people have been involved with microtransaction purchases. They continue to do it. When they release a fully AAA priced game for £60, they half-arse it because they know they can get away with it free to play. So they do it in their full-priced games as well. And then because people have played the free-to-play one, enjoyed it, moved on to the paid one, they're going to defend it because they like the company. Look at what happened with Cyberpunk. The game had issues all over the place, yet people were still defending it because they loved CD Projekt Red. Because they've done well in the past, they've released good games, they've built themselves up a good reputation. They can go and half-arse a game after years and years of development, after several delays. It comes out really buggy and broken, and people will still sit there and defend it. Free-to-play is worse than AAA games, because they all have predatory microtransactions, a lot of them are pay to win, and they do eventually make more money over time because it's cheaper to make, it's easier to put together, and not only that, they can fill up their entire store with whatever microtransactions they see necessary and make all of that money. They have more downloads because it's free to play, which will eventually turn into more revenue because of microtransaction purchases. It's the same with any business model. You look at my YouTube channel. I upload a video that does really, really bad, but because it has hundreds of thousands of views, I get more subscribers. The more views I get on a video, typically the more subscribers I gain. The more downloads companies get on their games because they're free to play, the more people are going to purchase microtransactions. It's a win-win for the companies, it's a lose-lose for the gamers, because not only are you spending your money on just the things that didn't need to be purchased in the first place, but you're also encouraging the companies to look at the data, see how many more people are interested, and to carry on down that path of ripping you off with stupid prices behind stuff, and just releasing more free-to-play stuff, which is normally half-assed and pointless. So what I'm going to do is leave the video there. Let me know your thoughts and stuff in the comments, and I'll see you in the next one. I hope you guys enjoyed it.